I've got the magic in me. I've got the magic, baby. Hey, so it's me, Leo Love. I am the host, owner, founder of the Imagine with Leo podcast. Safe space where we discuss what needs to be discussed as far as creating a safe space for youth voices, but it's not limited to the youth. Even if you are youth at heart, if you are young at heart, you are welcome here. This is just a safe space where we just rant. It's also an open diary as I continue my early life reflections season. We are on season 2, baby. And today I just want to discuss my continuous reflections, of course, hence the name of the season. On the 10th of September, 2025, I had the pleasure of going to a beautiful 50th birthday. Shout out to Usisi Ntombi Ganina. It was her birthday, and I found myself, normally when I hang out with souls and spirits that are like Usisi Ntombi Ganina, she illuminates parts of me that I thought had calcified by, the blows and the storms that life has hit. And there are certain individuals in this world, in this life, who take away, and they have taken away from you because you feel drained, you feel tired, you feel exhausted. But by the grace of God, I met a beautiful soul like hers, and she has assisted in the, is this a word, uncalcification of parts of me that were once calcified. When I mean that, I mean, not only has she played this, but I've also been able to recognize other individuals who have done the same in reminding me of the soft parts of me that I thought had died, the softer parts of me that I thought like were hard forever. After having had taken blows from life. And I wanted to acknowledge how it is so important and how crucial it is to have individuals of that nature. It is so important to have people that uplift you and that feed into your spirit. And in my humble opinion, somebody has fed into your spirit, into your soul, when you feel rejuvenated, when you feel like that, like you feel like you can breathe, you feel like you can release, you feel light, you feel somewhat like euphoric. And I would say also you just feel like a great amount of gratitude for what they have or what experiences that you have had together. And this is not limited to romantic relationships. It could be siblings, it could be with friends, it could be with family members, it could be with a teacher, it could be with a coach, whatever human being that creates or is willing to co-create a safe space for you and all of you. And it was so inspiring because there were about 14 people at the dinner. And it was just so inspiring to hear stories and messages that relate to the greatness that is Usisi Ntombi Ganina. There were individuals that shared such beautiful stories. And, 50 is a really reflective time, I would imagine, from what I have heard from the aunties, the beautiful, sensational aunties. Not only the aunties on TikTok, but also, the aunties in real life and the OGs. And I would assume that it's a very reflective time based on what I've heard. And sitting there at dinner as a 20-something-year-old, it showed me just the beauty of consistency. The beauty of consistency in the way that she has shown love, kindness, softness, gentleness. I learned that she is not only phenomenal, as a parent, as a partner, but she's also phenomenal like over the years. Does that make sense? And I think it's just so iconic, and it's not celebrated enough to have individuals who are not only amazing in various seasons in your life, but they're just amazing, period. Does that make sense? And the individuals around them are a testament of how great they have been. Like any humans, we all make mistakes, of course, But basically what I'm trying to say is when I was at that dinner, I was inspired to keep going. I was inspired to not let the storms of life calcify my softness. I was inspired to just keep showing up as the authentic self that I am, even when it's uncomfortable and even when it's scary. Not to say that I won't flop, and I acknowledge that I will absolutely, and I've had moments like that, but just to trust and understand that those who are for you will always be for you, and there is no like forcing it. And it's really, because I laughed so hard and we had great food, and it was just really nice to be in the presence of people who want the best for the person, like genuinely want the best for the person that they are celebrating. And it was nice to see that play out over a celebration of a 50th birthday, because that's a huge deal. Not all of us are lucky enough to even make it that far. So the milestone of the great 50 is something so beautiful. So I just want to say thank you. And I just wanted to acknowledge, the guidance and the wisdom of my elders. I want to appreciate the protection of God and my ancestors. And I appreciate the elders who are continuously trying, because I was also surrounded by a lot of experienced individuals who have hopes for the youth. And I thank those individuals, because honestly, those individuals are my heroes, okay? The people who have all the reasons in the world to not be okay and be mean, but they decide to rise. The phoenixes that rise from the ashes of life, and they just continue to just operate from a place of kindness and softness and gentleness and laughter. And it gives young people so much hope, and those people are not celebrated enough. And I really am so grateful. And I'm grateful to have been in such a gorgeous, intimate space. Because that's the other thing about my admiration for the great Sister Ntombi Malinga. She is very specific and very intentional with the people that she surrounds herself with. So I'm just grateful that I was allowed to be in such like an intimate, close gathering, and celebration. And also shout out to Dada Moleti Mbegi. He's also like a light. He's also a light in his own way, and he's just so great. He has educated me on things, and I have had to make it my business to go home and Google, because I always leave feeling inspired, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have so much reading to do, and that's okay too. I also want to give a shout out to Utando Malinga. She is an additional homegirl that I have had the pleasure, darling, of getting to know, and she's just a breath of fresh air. Shout out to just all the amazing people that were at that dinner, because we turned up. We sang happy birthday, she had her cake, and it was really nice, y'all. It was really, really nice. And I want to share this episode because a lot of the times when we have taken blows from life, when things have just been shitty for so long, like you forget that spaces like that exist, and there are people who want you, and there are people who appreciate you, and there are people who want you as you are, while also giving you space to evolve. And and I'm not gonna lie, I definitely forgot that for a long time, and I'm grateful that I got and I continue to get to experience that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share today. I guess this episode is about, like, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but it's about, reflections and just the gratitude that I have for the elders in my life. I also want to give a special shout out, of course, last but absolutely not least, my mom. Shout out to you, Mom. I appreciate you. Your care. You've done all of this by yourself, and you still keep going. And I'm very appreciative of you and all that you do. So shout out to you, Mom. And shout out to me. Shout out to the younger me. Shout out to this present version of me. And shout out to the future version of me. Shout out to God and my ancestors. And I want to end up with a prayer. I've never done that before on the podcast, but we're going to do it today. Dear God, thank you so much for my greatness. Like, I'm literally so dope. It is so crazy. Now, my dopeness has since reached like a slowdown again because I had experienced so much. And I'm also in the midst of transitions. So I pray for like your protection. I pray that I continue to be the baddest to ever do it. I also pray for my future self. You know, I know that there are huge plans for me, okay? I be communicating with, you and the ancestors and whatnot. And I just pray that all of that comes into fruition. I pray for the human race, humankind. I pray for the world. I pray for those who are suffering, those who are in pain. Because I know what pain feels like. And I pray and as corny as it may be, I just pray for world peace, to be quite honest. And I pray for the ones that I know and love. I pray for my present, my past, my future. I also pray for those who I've since let gone, those I've parted ways with. I truly do wish them all the best. I'm also okay if our paths never connect again. That's fine. And I'm grateful for the ones that I love. May you protect them. May you love them. The people that I'm sensitive about, please look over them and protect them and love them. And may they just be and reach their absolute potential and operate from a place of authenticity. And may I please receive guidance to do the same. And that's it for Early Life Reflections with Leo Love on the Imagine with Leo podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Please give 5-star ratings, babes. And I want to say thank you for the 35 downloads. I know to some people that may not be a lot, but I am trying to build something literally from the ground up. And I appreciate every recognition, every download, every like, etc., etc. So,